We talk about transparency and accountability and all these things, right? Just people in general talk about these things, no matter what side you're on. Here's my question. If people run around talking bad about somebody and cause other people to get into their feelings so bad that they attempt to off the sitting president, at the very least, can't we arrest these people for defamation of character? And I'm not talking about the ones that are pulling the trigger, because the ones pulling the trigger are the ones inciting these things into the minds of those who actually pull the trigger, which tells me you should be able to get them for defamation of character because they literally are lying to people about somebody, and that's literally what it is they're taking away from his character simply because they feel one way or another. I'm trying to understand these things. The logic, sorry, nose ditched. The logic that's lacking from every single person on the left. I don't care if they're Democrat, Republican, I don't care. The left is wrong. Period. The left is wrong. They're not intelligent. They're not smart. And they're pitting you against me. Simply to keep control over you. Because they can never control me. I can think for myself. I have my own brain. I can do my own research. The internet is so vast now that you can get propaganda mixed in with the same information that's truthful. So if you're not intelligent enough to see the difference, why don't you stay the fuck off social media? Because you obviously can't see the difference. Now, as it pertains to this Democrat-Republican thing, why is it that when Republicans have any kind of official power, like the Democrats lose and bitch about, why is there always an attempt or some kind of rhetoric that's spread just to make people get into their feelings so they can keep control? The Democrats, since day one, since the day they got fucking power, have been nothing but control. You guys can say what you want, you can pretend you know, but I'm telling you, because I've done the research enough to know, the Democrats want control. And if that means they gotta pin you against me because of some racial injustice shit that happened, that obviously was not good, but we learned from, are you going to wake up and see it? Even if it was gift wrapped in a Christmas present for you? Probably not, because they've already hit your feelings. And once your feelings are hit, you're no longer a compassionate or understanding person. At that point, your feelings turned into emotions, which turned into problems. All this Nazi shit, y'all need to fucking forget that shit. Straight up forget it. Yes, there's still Nazis in the world. And they come from every background. Not just white, not just black, not Muslim, not Japanese, not Chinese, not Oriental. They're in all peoples. But you guys don't want to see that either. You just want to blame one person like he's Adolf fucking Hitler. Am I ever going to be apologetic for what I said or say? Not a goddamn chance in hell. I will not apologize for what I say and what I believe. because y'all don't. You don't. You will never hear a Democrat say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I made the wrong comment. I didn't mean it like this. I meant it like this." You'll never see them spin a positive narrative. Ever. They started the goddamn KKK, which is the same fucking thing as Hitler. But you guys don't want to even notice or even accept that as a reality. Let's talk about it. Hitler wanted to exterminate the Jews, right? The Democrats use the slaves they brought over as their voting base. And I'm not talking about the new immigrants right now, but that all ties in too. These Nazis on the left, and they are literally Nazis, literally, are taking all of your rights and stomping on them just like Hitler did. But you guys don't want to see this. You guys want to keep yourselves blinded. It does not make sense to me why you guys cannot open your eyes. It doesn't take much. Look, see? My eyes are open, while yours are closed. And that's what you guys look like. Let's just be honest. You guys squint your eyes. You guys close them as tight as you can. To the point a jackhammer wouldn't even get them fuckers open. Stop listening to Democrats who want boys in girls' bathrooms. They want that shit. But I guarantee you, as you were growing up, there was never boys in your bathroom. Never once. Why? Because real Americans, real men, would never allow that shit to happen. Ever. Never. Let me tell you like this. My daughter graduated from a school in which they let people pretend to be animals, to the point where they put a fucking litter box in a human bathroom. Yeah, a litter box in a human bathroom in a public school. Let me tell you, she didn't stay there for very long. For other reasons, but that's one of the reasons that she never even thought about. Because there was other reasons that caused me to get her out of that predicament. And that's a good man. That's a father being true to himself and his beliefs. You guys running around, prancing around like you're fucking on Dancing with the Stars is stupid. It's dumb. It's irresponsible. But you guys don't want to see that either. Because Democrats got you so fucking wrapped under their fingers that you're nothing but a follower. You can't be a leader. None of you. Because you're stuck in your own self-delusion caused by the Democrat. You know where they got it from? Liberals. And you know where those two groups got it from? Hitler. End of story. That's the truth. You'll get in your feelings. You won't like my posts. I don't care. I'm stating facts, and in 400 years, 500 years, when people see that the internet was a fucking joke way back here, they're going to look at this and be like, yeah, that guy actually had some fucking knowledge. That guy knew what he was doing. He knew what he was talking about. It's a damn shame nobody listened to him. I have 15 subscribers. You think that matters to me? Absolutely not. Why? I have a video at almost 500 views. I only have 15 followers. So obviously, whether they want to follow me or not, that's a choice of yours. It really is. If you don't like everything I gotta say, you don't have to subscribe. If you don't like anything I say, don't subscribe. Although that's already happening. So, I'm not really understanding how people who believe and feel like I do have to stay silent the way they are. And that's the sad part about this. You guys want more content. You want more ways to be in your feelings. Sorry, I'm not going to give those to you. That's not my job. That's your job to feel good about yourself. And until you do, I can't feel good about you. And that's just reality. All right, back to the issues at hand. Trump has had 3 attempts on his life. When was the last time a Democrat had any kind of a scare? The night Trump almost got offed for the 3rd time or 4th time, that was the only time they've ever felt danger. And you know why that is? Because here on the right, we don't talk about ending somebody because we don't agree with them. We don't. We don't spread hate. And that's all these motherfuckers are doing. And it's hurting the regular people like you, me, your kids, your moms, your dads. Those are the people it's actually hurting. So how much do you really care about the next person? Why should I be the one to come on here and say these things that are real, that are legitimate? Nobody cares. So I'm going to tell you something. Because y'all don't care, I don't care. I can care about what I want to care about. Nothing you can do to stop that. But I'm not going to care about you guys anymore because you guys have shown the hate in your being. Not hate in your soul, not hate in your heart. You're filled so full of hate, it has consumed you. You're consumed. Yes, this one's going to be a pretty decently long one, but stay till the end. See what all's said. If there's one thing you agree with in any of my videos, subscribe. Does it hurt you? Not really. You don't even have to hit the notification bell because I never go live. I'm not doing that until probably July 4th. But that's so I can make sure I'm knowledgeable when it comes time to do the live. Because I'm not an electrician. I'm not one of these YouTube gurus. Could I get one of them to help me do it? Absolutely. I've tried to have... I've got somebody that'll edit shit for me. But I also don't believe that I should hinder my speech for your feelings. Nope. Do I make most of my content for the adults? Absolutely. Why? Because what the fuck do we want to have kids in adult situations for? They ain't even been kids yet. I never had a childhood, so I actually feel and care about the children more than I care about adults. And that's not because I'm this, whatever you guys want to classify me as. I've got 3 kids, including my own daughter. She's pregnant, getting ready to have her first kid. You know what I told her? Congratulations. And now it's your turn. She was old enough to be out on her own any damn way. So why in the hell do I have any control over what she does? I don't. But I can put her in her place simply by being her dad/father. by being a real man, that's more than enough to make her understand. You guys really need to stop all this nonsense. You guys wouldn't like it if it was your party that was getting shot at. You wouldn't like it if it was your party that got run down. You wouldn't like it if people were making all these discriminatory, inflammatory remarks about your side. We know, we've seen you put them in prison for that. But it's okay if you do it to Trump. You see the hypocrisy now, people? I went to the meeting here in my hometown, city council meeting, and I told them exactly what I think. You think I've seen anyone of those political figures come to my house? They know where I live because I had to say it at the start of the meeting. It's not like they don't know where I live. I have not seen one in a town with less than 27,000 people, or roughly around 27,000. They've been losing 1% population since 2009, at least. At least. At the meeting, I leave early because there's no sense of me staying. They're not going to listen to what I say anyway, so why stay and allow them to try and push their point to me? I'm never going to listen to their point because it makes no goddamn sense. Doesn't. I have not seen one good thing come from a damn Democrat in 46 years. Haven't. Not one. My family history is deep in this country. Deep. But do you think I'm going to be able to go anywhere with that? Nah. You think I ever wanted to come on to a camera and talk to people and tell people what is going on with things of any kind? No. Why? Because I have stage fright. But when enough is enough, those like me will stop standing behind a corner and waiting for somebody like me to say, we've had enough. Enough. No more propaganda. No more rhetoric. Shut up, tell us how you're going to help the American people, and do what you say you're going to do. I know the last 2 times the government's been shut down, it's because of Democrats. And I know that to be factual, not fictional. It's fact. Look back at why the government got shut down. Look at all the stuff these Democrats said during that shutdown. It's because of the Republicans, and we're not going to give way. And those aren't terms of people who are understanding or compassionate. They're not. Those are the same type of rhetoric words used as Hitler. But you don't want to call the Republicans fucking Hitler. You want to call Donald Trump Hitler. Is that because you're losing control and you know it? Or is that why you imported all the illegals to vote for you? Damn, that question hurt, didn't it? Sooner or later, when people like me who have issues, and I'm not talking about like just regular issues like, oh, I got a cut on my arm or I got a stub toe or any of that dumb shit. I'm talking about the mental people up here. The ones who literally can't stay focused much because when you have 1,000 things going through your brain at the same time, you tend to have a different way of thinking of things. Am I the right person for this? Probably not. I'm almost sure I'm not the right person for doing this. You know who was the right person? But y'all didn't like him because, he's racist, he's fascist, he's this, that, and the third. But you know what he wasn't? Dishonest. He told people what they didn't want to hear. And just because they didn't want to hear it, they got in their feelings. The Democrats use that to control you. Hence the reason 3 assassination attempts on a sitting president. Are you fucking kidding me? We'll touch into all of this shit. I'm dead ass serious. You know what state has the most Democratic propaganda there is? Give me a second. I'm going to light a cigarette because I smoke cigarettes and bud. And, I'm not quite sure TikTok's going to like me. Or, yeah, because I might, put some of this on there too. But I'm not sure YouTube will like it. So, hold on. Alright, now back to what I was referring to. So, reality-like speaking, what is the worst state for propaganda? You guys have had a few minutes to think about it, I'm sure. Or at least a good minute. New York State. I know this because I live here. And I see all the shit going on around the country. I see the Wisconsin shit. I see the Minnesota shit, which is absolutely absurd. I see the same type of shit happening in California that happened in Minnesota. But y'all don't want to see where your tax money's going. And then you want to bitch and complain that it's getting taken by the U.S. government and being handed out. It's exactly what's happening. I want you guys to pretend like we're in school, since you're so good at pretending. Such good drama class actors. Pretend that you have an open mind. I want you to go to somebody you know that gets, welfare, that is not from this country. Ask them how much they get. And then look at your life and see why you don't get as much. Not because of the Republicans, I'm telling you. The Republicans, the conservatives, some of the independents, some Democrats, some liberals. They think outside the box. And right now this world is turning into Pandora's box. Y'all motherfuckers can open that bitch if you want to. But you better leave that motherfucker closed. Because Pandora's box, that one's going to get you. Do some thinking. Do some real soul searching. And see what's really right and what's really wrong. Do I agree with Republicans, Democrats, Independents, Conservatives, and Liberals? No, I don't agree with none of them. But that don't mean I can't agree with some of what they have. That's called being open-minded. Do I agree with every policy that's ever been wrote? Absolutely not. But what I don't disagree with is the fact that we are letting people from other countries come in here and dictate to us what the fuck they're going to do. What the fuck is right, what the fuck is wrong. And that's literally what's happening. Mamdani is a Uganda immigrant. Ugandan. Not a problem with Ugandans. Really, I don't. Except him. And why is that? Because now the middle class of New York City is going to have to pay 22.5% tax hike on their ability to live in a house. Well, he allows the immigrants who didn't come the right way to live in whatever house they want rent-free. You guys thought he meant free buses for Americans, free housing for Americans? No. Not a chance in hell he meant that. He meant those to give people, immigrants, a voting base, rights over you as Americans. Because it's your blood, sweat, and tears that come out of your jobs that allow these people to live here rent-free, tax-free, all of that. They don't pay no fucking taxes. You don't pay taxes on welfare, you fucking idiots. Hello? You don't. You can make the option to, but who in the hell wants to take money out of their own pocket? I'm not sure a lot of people will even understand remotely what I'm talking about. Most people are just going to scroll through, or, I'll get a view here and there, or nobody will say anything in the comments. I've got plenty of posts like that. I tried to answer a post the other day that I have. I think it's got almost 500 views on it. A couple of people said something. I went to say something to somebody on it after I had already messaged 2 people back, and it wouldn't let me put it in. It wouldn't let me respond to the comment. One of these days, I'm never going to be smart enough, but one of these days, I'm going to have the people and the support around me that will help me do the things I need to do with this channel. Do I want to get big? No. Do I want money? No. And you know why that is? Because I can make my own. And guess what? I do construction for a living. So I can make all the money I want. Do I make a whole lot of money doing construction? Absolutely not. You know why? Because most of my work isn't done for money. It's done for a connection, a human connection. Not something that's off the wall or blatantly stupid. I help more people in a single day than most of you people have helped in your entire lives. And that's including the people older than me. Am I saying I'm helped more than anybody else on the planet? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is most of you that come in and look at these and just blow it off, you don't care. And it shows. Every time you watch 3 or 4 seconds of a video and, I don't like the way he's talking, so I'm just going to ignore the whole thing. I mean, it is what it is. Let's be real. Let's stop playing pretend. Let's stop acting like we're fucking unicorns with blinders on. Let's stop all the dumb shit. Yeah, it's almost the end of this video. My veins starting to stick out. Anyway. Love y'all. Wish y'all the best. Go do some soul searching. See what you as a person can do better at. Because I'm telling you right now, the way I'm seeing it, you guys can do everything better if you get out of your own fucking way.